What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your man VACAY-J of VACAY-JTV. Absolutely. If you're excited about Wu-Tang, definitely go ahead, subscribe, comment, like, and share. We about to get into the recap of the Wu-Tang and American Saga on Hulu. Recap season 2, episode 3. Absolutely. I thought it was a dope episode. This is all part of the setup for everything else that's about to come. So we about to get into it and break it down. So it starts off with Bobby coming back to New York. He came back to Shaolin Island, came back to New York. Absolutely, he's ready to get with his brothers and make things happen. And of course, you got cats on the block. You know, they looking at Bobby like, you know, what's in the bag? He got a whole bunch of bags. You know, they always trying to test Bobby, man. For whatever reason, when you're going in a positive direction, people always trying to test you, right? But if it wasn't for these chicks walking by, then, that distracted them to not mess with Bobby. So now we looking at Devon. Devon is now working now. He's a working man now. He's working in construction. He's doing well. He's figuring things out. Things are going well with him. He sees this cat, carrying some drywall, and he's telling the cat, hey, be careful with the drywall, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to have to replace that. It's going to come out of your pay. He's just trying to look out because this dude right here, the construction guy, the guy leading everything, he's a good dude. Couldn't find out he was in the service. He doesn't want anybody to call him sir. He's a really good guy, putting people on who just got out of jail, just got out of the halfway house. He's really trying to help people out in the community and get some good work done. So come to find out, one of these guys that he was talking to, Devon was talking to, come to find out he had an accident, right? He had an accident, and he's acting like he's hurt. He's acting like he's really, really hurt. So now we look at Devon and Bobby. They're talking. Devon is listening to the music, listening to, Bobby's music while he's sleeping. Bobby's like, yo, what do you think? He's like, yo, I think it's really good. And, Bobby's just like, yo, man, you don't have to rap or sing to be a part of this, man. I'm trying to bring all my brothers together, man. Like, Bobby knows that Devon is an intelligent dude. When he was on the block, he was intelligent. And absolutely, he's intelligent now to figure out the ins and outs of the music business. So he wants him to be down, but Devon is not ready yet. Devon is just thinking it over. He's just trying to weigh out all his options and everything else like that. He's trying to figure out his place within the music industry. But of course, he needs to learn more about it. He needs to be more familiar with it. So he's really looking at his life. So, I believe that definitely he's going to make some really, really good decisions. So only to find out that right now, the guy was really acting like he was hurt. The guys is finding out that, Devon is finding out, this guy's not for real. He's found a claim, and it's a false claim, man. It's going to mess all of us up. We're not going to have a job. It's going to be bad for each and every one of us. We're going to be out of a job because, going to find out the guy didn't have insurance on everybody on the job. So he makes a claim, boom. So, of course, Devon's, lady is like, yo, why don't you go talk to him face to face? That's what my dad taught me to do. Go talk to the man to man, and tell him to drop that file. Tell him to drop that case, so everybody will still have a job. So, of course, Devon takes her advice. He goes over to the guy and say, hey, man, you know what? I know you faking, man. I know you trying to play, the dude. Why don't you, drop that case? Drop the case, man, because it's going to mess all of us up, man. You messing all of us up with this thing. But, of course, the dude is like, I ain't going to drop nothing. So, Devon had to take it to the streets. He had to hem him up. Be like, yo, man, you going to drop that case, right? You going to drop that case. We don't want no problems. So the guy's like, all right, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop it. So, yeah, it looks like he going to drop it. That's what it looks like, right? So, of course, Devon goes back on the job. And it's just like, hey, I got to shut everything down. And Devon is like, wow, what happened? I thought he was going to drop the case. Yeah, he told me he paid, you paid him a visit, but that street stuff don't work. He filed the case anyway, and I got to shut everything down. He's like, yo, good luck on your next gig, man. You a good dude. So now Devon is trying to figure things out. He's like, man, I don't got a job anymore. I got to figure things out. He's looking at the music business book, and he's like, you know what? I got to read between the lines. He's always been good at reading between the lines, of understanding contracts, of understanding, some real, complex dialogue within any context. So absolutely, he's reading about royalties, cross collateral. He definitely is not only reading, he learned how to really read and read a lot of material in jail and all of that. So he's good. So now we got Raekwon. Raekwon is super upset. Why is he super upset? Why has he got that look on his face? Because he sees the guy that accidentally shot him, right? Accidentally shot him, almost ruined his life He sees this guy Day Day and just like, man, I know Raekwon just wanted to kill him, right? He just wanted to strangle him and do something to him, but he's know what? Raekwon's like, you know what, man, I got better things to do. Let me go to the studio. That's what I'm on my way to do. Go to the studio. So we see Raekwon's name is reserved for Raekwon, the studio for Raekwon. He's about to come up in there and do his thing, right? Raekwon's finally coming to the studio. A producer wants to work with him and everything, so he's excited. You know, the producer's like, yo, kick me a verse. So he kicks the verse, and the verse is definitely hot. So the guy gets in the booth, you know, Raekwon gets in the booth. He does his thing, right? Raekwon the chef, he's doing his thing. He's murdering the mic. He's murdering it, right? Getting in it, making it happen in the whole nine, right? That's what Raekwon the chef does. He always gets in there, just lays it down, Wu-Tang style, right? So, of course, Bobby, he's like, yo, I heard you was in the studio. I came by, man. He asked Bobby, he said, Bobby, what you think about the song? He said, yo, man, the lyrics is dope. The lyrics are fire, but I don't think the beat goes. You know, I think the beat that I created for you definitely goes. So the beat that he created for Ray, what used to be Shy, and now it's Ray. He gave him that, crossed out Shy, put his new name on there, and now they ready to go. So now we go to Power. Power's out there on the street. He's seeing people hustle, people doing all this and that. And he's basically breaking down how, you know, the hustlers are hustling themselves. You know, he was trying to sell them a bag for 100, and he said, I'm good. And then he just broke down the price by like $30. So he hustled himself out of $30. So, you know, he's just saying how cats is out there hustling themselves while he's cool going back to his Land Rover, but only to find out he parked in the wrong spot. And now they about to tow his Land Rover to a towing spot. So, of course, he runs over. He's like, yo, man, he pulls out some money. He's like, let me just slide you a little something. Can you take it to a towing station closer to Staten Island, man? Can you do that for me? If you could do that for me, I appreciate it. Take care of it, right? So, of course, he has to jump on the bus. But when he gets on the bus, he sees the OG Mook. He sees the OG that he used to rock with, Mook, driving the bus. He's like, why is he driving the bus, right? So, of course, Mook is like, yo, what's the rumors that you heard? You know, you heard I was sitting on 3 million, 4 million. You heard I was on the island, you know, and Power's just like, yo, why are you driving the bus? I don't understand, man. You got to be sitting on 3 million. And to come to find out, you know, Mook is just like, yo, 3 million over 10 years is nothing. You know, I still got my family. My family got sick. We got expenses. We got residual bills. You know, you got to get, you know, something that's going to give you benefits, going to give you some pension. You know, you got to think about the long term, you know, not just the short term. Well, not just a couple years, you know. You got to think about the long term. So absolutely, you know, what Mook was saying to him definitely resonated with Power. And Power's thinking like, yo, you know, how long can I do this? How long can I be on the streets hustling and doing all this and that? I got to come up with a plan, you know, a long-term plan with benefits and pension and with everything else like that, you know. So Bobby gets on the bus as Power's getting off the bus, and, you know, they have beef or whatever, but Power's like, yo, I heard you beat a rap. I heard you beat the case, man. You know, he said, yo, just stick with the music, man. You'll definitely have better odds. So Power gives Mook, the bus driver, a pound and jumps off the bus. Then we go back to Ohio with Bobby's sister. She's talking to Dennis like, yo, man, you know what? You need to go to New York and go rock with Bobby, man. Go pursue the music with Bobby because it's going down. You know, me and the baby, we going to be here. We going to stay here. I need my mom's help. You know, Dennis wanted them to come with him back to New York, and she's like, nah, baby's too young, but go pursue that with Bobby, absolutely. So Dennis says, you know what, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take your advice. I'm going to go out there. We're going to make it happen with Bobby. So that's what Dennis does. Dennis went ahead, and he goes home. And he goes home, and he sees his brothers, right? And it's just like old times. They haven't seen him in a while. And, you know, they're kicking it, telling jokes, you know. One of his brothers, definitely, they saved this rhyme book. Because they like, yo, kick some fresh rhymes, right? So mom comes home. They say mom is doing much, much better now. First season, she wasn't doing good. Now she's doing real good now. And she's doing well, taking care of the boys. She's like, where are you staying? You know, because if you're staying here, you know, we got a caseworker coming next week. You know, you just can't be here. He's like, don't worry about it. I'll be out before you know it. Before they come, I'll be out. Don't even worry about it. Everything's going to be all good. You know, I know you need that money to assist for my brothers. So I'm not going to mess that up for the family. So I'll be out before you know it. Now we're at Bobby's new spot. Bobby found a new spot. He got a new place. You know, you got ODB and Gary there. They're there to make it happen. You know, they ready to hit some beats. So Bobby's playing some beats, and they're like, oh, man, these beats are crazy, you know. So, of course, Bobby has created a whole bunch of beats specifically for each individual. And of course, he is slowly but surely putting together the Wu-Tang clan. I mean, he's going as far as plugging, the extension cord into the phone, into the phone booth, just to get some electricity going so he can get all the music equipment going and all that. So I definitely give it to Bobby. He's doing whatever it takes. He lost everything, and now it's time to get it back with his brothers. And not only to bring together his brothers, but also by doing what he's doing, he's on a greater mission, a greater, deeper mission to bring not only his brothers together, but also bring together all of Staten Island, to put the beef aside between Park Hill and Stapleton, to absolutely bring Shaolin Island together, right? Together as one. And that's what this is all about, just bringing not only Wu-Tang together, bringing Staten Island together, and absolutely I give it up to Bobby, and we're going to see what's going to happen, man. So this episode was definitely cool. Again, this is the episode setting up everything else. Absolutely. Look out for the next recap, season 2, episode 4 coming up. And absolutely don't forget, subscribe, comment, like, and definitely ring that notification bell. It's your man, VACAY-J. I'm out.